So just right. So is that better? Just mute everybody to start with. That's it. Okay. So Ian, did you have 2 devices on? So it's okay now, isn't it, Alan?
Yeah.
Yeah. So somebody's got 2 devices on. That's why the feedback's coming in.
No, I've just got the one.
Oh, okay. Right. Cool. Do you want to start, Alan?
Yeah, I'll just make sure we're recording. Right, okay, everybody. Carl and Dibbs, who most of you already know, some of you don't, some of you do, have kindly agreed to explain their version of doing gift vouchers, what they do, how they do them, who they give them to pass around, and etc. etc. So I know you're all going to enjoy this, and those that aren't here live are missing out on the banter. So that'll be Peter, Morag. Well, I'll give up on those 2, and everybody else. But anyway, I hand over to Carl and Dibbs. Round of applause we do at the end. So you can take the screen now, Carl.
Brilliant. Okay, right. Well, to start with, just introduce ourselves. So me and wife Dib, we've run a portrait studio for the best part of 17 years now. So we've had everything from like a little studio above a shop to a big high street studio, which is very similar to a venture studio. And up until September, we had a like little farm industrial estate studio, like a converted barn type place. We're currently homeless because our lease come to an end, and we're hopefully going to be moving to a new place in the new year. And so that brings us on really what we're doing at the moment. We're trying now to get vouchers out there to make sure that when we start off in January, February time, we're going to be nice and busy. Facebook has always been a good source of sort of leads for us, but we wanted to, with this promotion, get leads from people who are not necessarily on Facebook. So that was kind of like the main criteria. The other thing which is really important at the moment is identifying people who are still earning money as normal, because there's a lot of people, certainly like to say for the wedding industry, for example, who are not earning any money at all at the moment. And so we really want to target an offer which goes to people who are still working, still earning. In fact, they probably are earning and working, but got nothing to spend the money on. So these are ideal clients for a portrait studio, because they're not spending money on the holiday. Maybe they can spend the money on portrait products. So that's kind of where we started with this whole thing. So I got to designing our vouchers, which are these ones here. You can see those. So these are vouchers that we designed. They're foiled vouchers, so we try to make them as good quality as possible. If I share my screen with you, you can have a see what we've got here. So you can see here, the voucher is like the one I showed you just here, and that goes inside this card just here. So on the front of the card is very much our style of portrait photography, which is black and white background, very sort of like simple, yeah. So that's kind of what we're getting over.
Much like me.
So yeah, so
Not true.
so yeah, so we designed a gift voucher, and for us now the voucher could be for anything, of course. Could be for like a framed portrait, like a 7x5 in the frame, or print. We made ours £100. That's only to be spent against frames, print collections, plural, and albums. So really, these products would start at £250. So straight away, we should be in for a minimum spend of 150. We handed out some vouchers only on Friday, and one guy said, "How are we going to make any money out of this?" I just told him that we was expensive, so you can have a little bit of fun with people on this one. But really, we want to attract people that are going to spend well, because we do maximum 3 sessions on a Saturday, so we want to maximise the spend that clients will have. Inside the card, so inside this card here, it opens out, and this is where the real trick of the the offer we're doing for people is that when we give vouchers out, generally speaking, a voucher given out is a lost voucher. So if it goes out a raffle or gets given as a corporate gift, we've got no way of chasing up those vouchers, and that is a problem really for all of us, because it's one thing to give somebody a voucher, but we want really the people's information so we can say, right, we've got availability next weekend, can we book you in? And if you can call somebody, you can do that. If the voucher's just sitting on their table somewhere not being used, then that's hard to do. So we put a hold on getting these vouchers printed or sent the cards because we wanted to add this content just here. We needed
call to action.
Yeah, it's called, as Dibbs said, a call to action. So we had to give people a reason to give us their details. We couldn't necessarily rely on the businesses handing out these vouchers or PTAs at schools to collect people's details. So we had to give them a reason. So what we basically said is that they will save £60, which is what we charge for a session at our studio, and they'll get the portrait session for free. So the offer really is a £100 voucher, plus if they register the voucher, they'll save £60. So that's really the way that we've done this offer. It's about 3 prompts in there: register voucher and save £60 on your portrait session fee. Then it tells them to register it again as soon as they receive it. We've got a QR code to scan, or they can literally pop in URL just there. And again, at the very bottom, call our number to book your session. Don't forget to register your voucher first. So this really will hopefully, because we only launched this promotion at the end of last week, enable people to give us their details. So if they click on the QR code, they will get taken to this page on our website here. So it's just a registration form where we can capture their name, details, and everything else that we need to do that. You can also see here there's a code to put in as well. And Dibbs will talk more about how we're tracking where the things are coming from. This code is crucial to that. And on the there we go. And on the voucher, we have got, where is it? Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, we handwrite the code into this just here. So that's on obviously one side of the card that the voucher comes in, and on the other side is really getting people geared up to what we want people to buy, which is wall portraits. I saw a talk with Ronan Ryle and Bradley Bulmer recently, and he mentioned this American photographer which has a little tagline: begin with the end in mind. And we've always found the hardest thing to get people to do is actually think about what they want to do with the pictures once they've had them taken. So this begin with the end in mind is really really important. So from the very first phone call we have with them, we get them thinking about how we actually want them to, what they want to do with their photographs once they've had them taken. So we thought it's really, really important. So right from the get-go, we're getting people to think about wall portraits. And this little picture here, you can see we've got 3 blank frames, which is kind of like their problem. They want pictures to go in those frames and then the solution at the end. So that's really that concept there. So that's, let me just stop the share. There we go. So that's kind of the voucher, what it looks like, and the registration, which helps us to capture details. And Dibbs is going to talk more about sort of the businesses we're going to and why we're going to those ones, and how she collates all the data as well.
Not very exciting. I do love a good spreadsheet. We've been targeting small business centres in the area, so we had a little recce of some business areas, and we found some not only on Google, but we also went and took a drive out of some different places that were obviously still working quite busily actually.
Yeah, yeah, very busy. all the units were occupied apart from the gym.
Yeah, apart from the gym, yeah. So we decided to sit down, make a list of businesses and business areas that we wanted to target. We've got vouchers that have gone out to a doctor's surgery. We've given 30 vouchers to a doctor's surgery because obviously doctors and NHS workers are still working. We've gone to obviously these industrial, these small business hub areas.
Yeah, sort of thing, not sort of places where mechanics and plumbers reside. We're going to like graphic design agencies, web design agencies,
media, like accountancy, a wealth management area, like wealth management businesses. I think all sorts.
Yeah, basically industrial estates with BMWs and Mercedes parked outside the offices. That was the criteria, wasn't it, really?
Yeah. Well, anyone that's kind of working, really. Also, a lady she delivers cakes. She makes cakes and delivers them. Her customers are on Facebook, and she offered to take some vouchers for us, and she's been given anyone with a high spend on cakes, which she has customers every week that buy cake off her, and she's been given vouchers to her customers. And also we've done a specific letter for these businesses. A letter template. Basically, it's just by way of thanking their customers that they can give out our vouchers, and it's at no cost to them, and not really any cost to us. But hopefully, we'll get more customers as an incentivized voucher, basically for them. Because we got a letter or something, didn't we?
Yeah.
A couple of weeks ago.
So the whole thing started really as down this route. We got a I think it was a letter from a local business, basically reaching out to other local businesses to help out, and I basically reworded that letter, and it basically says, shall I read it out?
Yeah, carry on.
Yeah, it's not very long. It says, this year, this is a letter from us. This letter here, which goes in with every voucher to a business. It very simply says, this year has been a tremendous challenge for us, and I'm sure for many other businesses. After a tough year for most companies, now is the perfect time to start 2021 on the front foot, and hopefully you can help us, and in return, hopefully we can offer something that can be of use to you as well. So we're sort of like recognising now it's been a tough year for us and maybe for them. I said the best source of new clients for us come by way of recommendation, and this may be something that you can help us with. Many businesses this time of year give gifts to their own clients as a way of thanking them for their custom. This can get expensive, especially after a difficult year. What we can provide you with as a corporate gift is a £100 voucher like the one I've included with this letter. So basically what we're saying with this letter is that we can give them vouchers like this, to give to their staff, to give to their clients, and maybe give to customers who have spent really, really well. But every business gets one of these vouchers as well. So we actually put another little slip in with it, which basically says this voucher is for you to use personally, but if you can't use it, please gift it to somebody that does or can use it. So hopefully we're going to get people coming back to us. So we've already handed out well over 100 of these with an invitation that they can get more of us to give to their clients and customers and staff. Yeah.
But also we've given them one personally. So there's 100 customers there. And then if they want any more, then there's the potential for more customers from each recommendation that they give their vouchers to. So in order to check or keep track of these vouchers, I set up a spreadsheet.
We'll show you the
we do have studio software anyway, so any time that anyone registers, it will go into our software. but I just like to have a spreadsheet where I can keep track of people that register.
They can see it.
Oh, they can see that. Okay, so it's just a very simple spreadsheet that I've put together. Each code, like for businesses, is BS. It could stand for other things, but I want it to stand for business. Then you've got all the way down here, someone on a new build home site decided to take 50 of our vouchers and is going to personally hand deliver them to everyone that's bought a new home on that site. So there's 50 vouchers that have gone there.
That's new homes sold within the last 12 months.
Yeah.
So
that's on that site, and it's just basically the person's initial and a number. That's how I've done it. And then cakes, as you can see, someone's registered, and I popped in because I can see where the code has come from and pop their details in. And then you can see that's the surgery, and then some odd miscellaneous ones that people have had as well. So if I go back up to the top, I've colour coded them for a quick reference, the legends at the top here. So I can see at a glance where they've come from. It's probably, I'm not trying to teach anyone to suck eggs or anything, because I just try to keep it simple, because I've only got a little brain and I get confused very easily. So
yep.
That's just basically we know where they're coming from when they get registered.
Yeah, so what we're going to be doing tomorrow as well, which I think will be hopefully effective, all the hairdressers can open on Wednesday. So we're going to go around to all the local hairdressers in Felixstowe, and
there's about 21.
Yeah, about 21 hairdressers in Felixstowe, and they're going to be getting their salons ready for opening on Wednesday. So we're going to go around while they're not busy with clients to that tomorrow, and give them vouchers to hand to like maybe their first 10 customers a day tomorrow. So yeah, so that's kind of like, it's just getting these vouchers into people's hands in many different ways as possible, really. So some are quite selective in like new homes, people working for the NHS, people that work in like posh business estates, people that can afford to have cakes delivered. So it's all sorts of different businesses we're sort of like partnering up with, and getting these vouchers into people's hands.
Also, charities are always looking for fundraising, so we send a different letter out to charities. We're just targeting charities that have reached out and contacted us in the past. So we've got quite a good amount of charities that we've provided raffle prizes with vouchers to in the past. So we're just going to reach out back to them to see if they want any vouchers for, not necessarily raffle prizes, but if they want to do anything with them, they can either sell them and keep the proceeds, or whatever they decide to do with them, really. But the charities letter is a different letter to the letter we'll send out to the businesses. So we can say to them, if they want any more vouchers, just let us know.
Do you offer like a framed image or something to the charity ones as well? No, just the shoot.
Just be the only offer we're going to be doing is the £100 one. So it's kind of, the reason for that, I don't know if many people here, I always get the name wrong. Ever heard of Steve Saporito? He's like a kind of like a studio guru type person who he's based in Australia, and he's very much about selling wall collections and high ticket items. And his whole method is to give people a value of money to spend, because they're more likely to put that towards something sort of bigger and better sort of thing, as opposed to coming in for the free print and then just going again. So it does mean turning customers away. When we have our consultation call, I've had a couple this year where I said, what you think about buying? And they said, oh, I'm only going to come in for the free one. And I said, have you got like no plans to buy anything extra? And she said, no, not really. And I said, well, perhaps you'd like to come in the future when you can afford to buy something, and we're not a charity kind of thing. I said it's in a friendly way, but it's very much, it places a value on us, and hopefully they will spend, and that's it has worked. I mean, our average literally has gone up from 350 to 800 since doing that, so it has made a humongous difference.
Sorry.
And also
Let's go on mute, Morag.
and we also do same day viewings now, which I've been trying to get Carl to do for years. He would not listen to me. Alan.
They're a good idea though, aren't they?
And then someone else in the photography community has decided to tell him this, and he listens to them. He listens to them, but he doesn't listen to me.
I think it was Penny.
I think it's been a lot of people. So with the same day viewings, that has really changed our averages quite dramatically, because you're still capturing people's enthusiasm for what they're about to see. They're not the enthusiasm isn't waning when they go away and come back, and they've talked themselves out of buying anything. Whereas when you're there, it's a bespoke product that they're ordering. And
It's the experience, Dibbs, isn't it?
yeah, and the biggest thing that we used to sell was a digital package every time, and we'd be quite happy with that. But since doing the studio, the pictures in the way that we have, and also the same day viewings, we're creating for them a product that they've chosen themselves. And we haven't sold one package with digital, not one. They haven't even asked about it. And I think that is coming down to educating customers in the lead up to the experience that they're getting in the first place. We're not talking about digital. If they ask, we'll say it's on the website if you want to have a look at the prices. But we're reinforcing to them bit by bit about like the process in the voucher, the card, the finished product, what they want to see, how do they want to display it. At every call or every interaction with them, we're reinforcing about a wall hanging product or something like that. So they're always picturing it in their home, or they're thinking about it. You're dropping that little seed in every single time. And nobody has asked about digital, have they?
No, it's
Not
been really
one.
strange. Even though we still do offer digital.
Yeah.
We used to charge $3.95. This is honestly all we sold. I mean, for like nearly 17 years, $3.95, all the session images, like on a USB or a download. And since we've done same day viewings, they haven't even asked about digital, even though it's still on the price list, still there. So slight change.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's because you're pre-selling wall products, art, whatever you want to call it. So therefore they're coming in thinking of that, which is what you want to now sell. Couple of questions I've got. Do you put your names on the wall products so that's working as marketing? So every time you sell a wall product, somebody walks into somebody else's house, sees your name on it?
So we've been trying to source basically little metal plaques to stick on the actual side of the frame.
Right.
Similar to, Venture used to have that, well, still do. They have the little like metal logo in the corner of the image, I think. Actually,
yeah.
Yeah. So we're looking for something similar to go on the side of the frame. We haven't sourced it yet, but that is definitely something we'll be doing.
That's a big one if you're selling all frame prints, because then it's reselling for you. It's doing the marketing for you when people come into your house. I know a lot of people are going to ask these questions, so I'll quickly ask before we bring them back on. I think where you've had your vouchers printed would be good, because I know people will want to know about that. And the other thing that came to my mind is, you were talking about lots of companies. Have you thought about having special vouchers printed for those companies with their logos on them.
No, that's a great idea though.
Yeah, hadn't thought of that.
I do that to about 15 different companies, so it actually looks as though the gift is coming more from them than from you. So if you get a company that's really on board, you can have 50, 100 printed up with their logo on it, and it makes it look as though then that the gift is coming from them and not specifically from you, which is even more value to them as a company than giving to their staff or their clients. And the other one was, I presume you're working with local charities.
Yes, we'll be, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all I sort of put down there. So I presume everybody else has got lots of other questions. Have you finished, the two of you, or have you? Sorry, Dibbs?
I said, I hope it is straightforward enough for everyone. If you need us to clarify anything.
You're just going to find out. Does everybody want to unmute themselves?
I've come up as my daughter for some reason.
I know, I nearly didn't let you in.
She's been on my bleeding computer, hasn't she?
And I thought, well, it can only be somebody in the group. But okay, I'm not going to thank them yet because obviously it hasn't finished, but all questions fire at Carl and Dibbs.
Yeah, I've got one. Is there any chance we're going to have a copy of your text that goes in your letters?
Yeah, sure, no problem at all. Yeah, I mean, I basically ripped it off from a email that I got from a company, but because I liked the way that it said it's been a difficult year, and I thought, yeah, it has been, and I thought, wow, that it reached me as a business owner. Even if your business is still doing okay, it's still been a challenging time. So I like that. So yeah, we'll pop a link up.
And it is acknowledging that it has been hard. You can't
Yeah, I agree.
send a letter going, oh, hello, this is, please take our vouchers. No, acknowledge that it has been hard for a lot of people. And just be honest, upfront and honest.
Yeah, it would be good to see the text that's on your actual folder as well.
Yeah.
What's on the back of the folder?
Okay, so I've got my props.
It's question props.
So yeah, so this is basically
So hold on. Glamorous assistant. Okay, so
Everybody's got one.
haven't got an envelope.
David Blaine.
David Blaine. Got David Blaine. Okay, right, this is the better one. So just a plain envelope with the code on the bottom, code there. Inside the envelope, as they open it, will be the letter from us. So they'll see the letter first, they'll open it. And we have been signing everyone personally. That one's not signed, but we haven't got around to that one. Then they get the card. Inside is oh, can't see it. Oh, there you go. It's for them to use personally, and if they can't use it personally, they're free to gift it to someone who would like it, or they can use it. And then the voucher, and that's just, there's nothing on the back, it's the voucher. Then you've got the registering over here, registering the voucher with the QR code. Would anyone like help with knowing how to register or how to generate a QR code?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem, we can do that. Then you've got the blurb about the process from the beginning, the setting, and the purchasing, and then on the back is our logo and website and telephone number. So it's just very simple, but I think it contains quite a lot of information.
It also looks quality.
Yeah.
So so this little envelope with all that in it, we put it, if it's going to a business, we will put it in an A5 envelope. So everything, so this will, hold on. So that envelope, actually, I tell a lie, I misled you. The letter goes in an A5 envelope. So
Okay.
it looks nicer if they wish to gift it.
Mm.
So it's just a plain envelope. They can put their name of who they want to give it to on there if they wish, but we just give them the option. It's easier for them. They haven't got to find an envelope. We've found an envelope for them, and then that's the letter that they will open.
Sorry, I came in late. The QR code, so that takes them to somewhere on your website so they can register the voucher number, is it?
Yeah, I'll just quickly show you again because it's on the screen too. Yeah, so it just goes to this page on our website here.
Okay.
And there's nothing else on that page.
Yeah,
Then the capture.
yeah, that's great.
Yeah. So it's kind of like we want them to. Bradley Bulmer, who's a very clever guy. I don't know if you've ever come across him. He's I know Alan knows him very well, and Judith as well. Hey, he's up near you, isn't he, Judith? Bradley?
He's Leeds, isn't he? I think he's
Yeah.
Leeds, Bradford area.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he does all like Facebook funnels and that sort of thing. He's brilliant. But the registration page, he said, needs to be really, really basic.
Yeah,
So they've just got one job to do.
yeah.
And we decided to put in a message at the bottom, and if you notice, can they see that?
One moment.
Oh. We share that again. You can see that at the very bottom there's a question for them, and it's why is the portrait experience important to them? So then they can put the whatever they feel like oh, it's been a bad year, or I don't know, they've lost their job. No, they wouldn't put they lost their job.
Yeah, because they're not going to get called back,
They're not going to get called back. So we can then that's a funnel. So then we can funnel the customers that we want to do, and also postcodes as well where they live.
So you can check out sort of like, you can have a guess of what sort of income bracket they're in.
Yeah.
So
again, you've got ways of filtering customers or finding out the sort of customers that you're going to be getting.
Well, now I get big surprises on the income bracket. Some of the best areas always spend the least.
Yeah,
so on, vice versa. It's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, it is that. So they're just ways that we've put into like for funneling basically for the customers to know where they come from, and just extra little bits for us really.
Yeah.
So hopefully by the end of December we're going to have like a number of people registering their vouchers, which we can then in January start calling and booking into the studio.
No.
Brilliant.
Oh, did we?
No. We'll be calling them sooner than that.
Or will we?
Right.
January. You won't be
Get it
All you
right.
got to do, Carl, is just move a little bit out of the screen, and then it'd be all. That's it. It's perfect then. You see.
So that envelope that's got everything in, you send that out to a business, and that's really your introduction letter to them.
Yeah.
So we'll go round the. So we had like a whole box of these made up. You probably saw them on Saturday night. I made loads and loads up. Was it Saturday? Yeah, it was Saturday.
Yeah, we've got no life now, have we?
No, we have no life. No social. Watching I'm a Celebrity doing these or whatever.
Oh no.
And we just went out to these business areas, and usually at the front of these business areas they have like a display board of all the businesses that are in that area. So we just sat there at the front and wrote the manager, the business, and then Carl took some, I took some, and we either posted them through the door or knocked on the door and handed it to them. So we didn't want to interrupt them too much by saying, oh, who's the manager or whatever, and doing that. They're there to do a job, so that's fine. And we just posted it through. And then Carl had somebody literally saying, after he'd handed this to somebody, called him over and chatted to him. So, and he had actually said that he'd been actually planning, we wanted to get a family picture. So we might follow that one up.
Oh, definitely.
And give him a call and see how that goes. So that's potentially one.
So is the idea that they're going to ring you and say, right, I've got 10 members of staff, or I've got 15 very good business clients, so that you then give them, say, 25 vouchers for them to give to their staff and their customers.
Yeah.
Right. That's that first one. That first letter's got to be a really good one, because that's the first step of the journey, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I'm fairly realistic in thinking that probably a lot of businesses won't do that. The ones who we know personally, so like the guy that works at Hopkins Homes who's handing out 50, he knows me personally. And my sister works at the local surgery, so she's taken 30. So I think the real strength of the promotion will be the people that know us personally and hand them out. Yeah. And so we're going through kind of like our friendship groups and people we know through business, and trying to pick those out as a priority to give the vouchers to. Because if I've got my sister handing out vouchers for her brother's studio, I think there's going to be a higher take-up there. Yeah. There would be somebody that sees one who's never met me before.
That's like clients would be very good.
Yeah. So it's not to say the cold calling ones won't work. We hope they will. And that's why we're tracking them, because we really want to know where. So this time next year, we'll know exactly the ones to prioritise. Well, this time next year, this time in the summer, we'll know who to prioritise and where it has worked and hasn't worked. That's where tracking is so important, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree. And there's no doubt about it. If you can get a step in at a higher level of a business, you've got even more chance of success. So whether that's via a family member, via a friend or whatever, just leaving it and the company saying yes, they just hand them out. You don't get that good a response. But if you get the personal attachment, then you get a good response. There's no doubt about that. So
we've been thinking about like the wedding customers that we've got and where they've been where they're working. So if we can reach out to them, that's also a good thing, because there's another personal connection.
Yeah, so I think the promotion, so this promotion is very much for like giving people these as like a Christmas gift promotion type thing. When we open the new studio in the new year, then our promotion is going to be come to our new studio, and that'll be very much fun for wedding clients, won't it? Yeah. So there's always
wedding clients.
I think we can always find an excuse to invite people to the studio.
Yeah.
So yeah, but this time of year, very much is just getting as many vouchers out as possible.
I agree. Any other questions?
So it's not very like exciting. It's just
it is
doing what we are trying to do, and also a lot of photographers target people on Facebook. So we're trying to target the people that aren't on Facebook. Yeah. There's people around that aren't on Facebook, and with young families as well. So we know that trying to get vouchers out there is probably a good way of reaching some of those people that aren't on social media.
I think the other side about it is that because of your package looks quality, you're giving a value to it, and you don't necessarily get that value all the time off of social media or the internet. So actually having something in their hand tangible and looks and feels of a high quality is a totally different thing than trying to get something off the internet as well. So I think that'll work as well.
I think the good thing about this is with handing it out direct to the businesses, they've got it in their hand. And like you say, they can see and they can feel the quality that they're going to get without having to maybe go online, have a look for something and then wait for it coming. And by the time that it comes, they've lost interest.
Yeah.
It's like a bit of an impulse, going to be a bit of an impulse thing, isn't it?
So when they look at the QR voucher, they can scan it straight away and then register it. And even if they want to scan it and then give the voucher, they can do that as well. So
you're not worried, are you?
No, I don't care where the customers come from. But it, like you said, it's something in their hand that it's right in front of them.
And can they only register via the QR code, or can they contact you direct?
No, so they can go to the website, and where you can buy vouchers on our website. I'll share my screen again.
There's 3 ways. They can contact us, they can go and register on the website with that link, or they can use the QR code.
Yeah, so you've got the buy now. This is where people can buy vouchers from.
Yeah.
And then at the bottom of that page, they've got the register the voucher to click here. That just takes them through to that page that you just saw.
Can I make a suggestion?
What's that?
That register your voucher should be higher up the page.
Yeah, I have got another button which is
Okay.
offer. So to register the voucher, they would have already had a voucher. So kind of like that part has been done. So
yeah.
And we know that people have to see something at least 3 times before they act on it. So that's why we decided to put it 3 times in the voucher, that page, to register their voucher. It's really important for them to do that, because then obviously we get their information. They don't have to, but people are always wanting to save money. So if they can save £60 on having to pay for a portrait session, then people are more inclined to do that if they know that they're going to save some money.
And have you got a date on the vouchers?
Yeah, they're valid until the end of April.
Yeah.
Can I ask what size your vouchers are and what size the card that you're using is?
Yeah, so it's DL. So it's where's the envelope?
That's A5.
Yes, that's A5. So it's DL size voucher.
The card that you're using, because I've been pricing DL vouchers to order DL vouchers, but that card that you've got doubled up, what size is that?
So that's DL as well. So
DL, so you just order that as a DL folded card?
That's right, yeah. So we use and I tell you what, they're amazing price and service. Printed.com. So they
I'll
I'll put on the Facebook page.
Yeah, put the link up later, Carl.
Yeah, Printed.com. They're getting me foiled cards like that 3 days. So quick.
Turnaround is really good.
Really, really quick.
We had a sample pack from them yesterday.
Yeah, they're excellent. So I mean, it's probably cost us about £1 per voucher. I think.
What with the card?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about 60 pence for the foiled DL voucher, and then it's about 40 pence for basically it's called a folded flyer. Yeah. We used to use ones which had it's called True Card, which is like a greeting card material which you can write on the inside. But because we added all the bump inside, then we've gone to a cheaper silk finish, which is better and still nice and heavy.
Yeah.
And we just thought that we could spend. I mean, the outlay obviously is a little bit more than we normally do, but we're not promoting stuff on social media, which is what we'd have to pay for anyway. So we thought we'd just rather try targeting our marketing budget on something a little bit different, which we normally would have done on social media.
Yeah. We have interest. Did anybody run a Black Friday promotion this weekend gone?
No.
So it's interesting because we did about 3 or 4 years ago, and we sold loads, and then each year afterwards we sold less and less. And I heard now that it's almost worthless putting out a Facebook ad on Black Friday because so many people are doing it that you don't get the reach you used to. So, but does anybody want to see how you do foiling on a card?
Please.
Yeah, it's I can actually show you because I've got the artwork. So so if I just share my screen again, because I think the foiling makes all the difference in the world.
Oh, right. I thought it was a standard thing that you had done, but you've got to design it, have you?
Yeah. So let me just find the.
There are ones that are standard ones.
Yeah.
You can use standard ones.
Yeah, but I think the foiling makes a big difference.
Yeah, I agree.
So
Do you do your own filing?
yeah, I designed it. Yeah. So basically, when you have foiling cards done, this is what the finished card looks like, and it's this you can see here the box gift voucher of £100 in the foil. So you submit another file which just has the foil information, which is in black, and then you send in basically the non-foiled artwork, the foil artwork, and then you give them an example of what it looks all together.
Okay.
You get the foiling done. So it's just that gives the printer the instructions of where the foiling is going to go on the card, and that's what's printed underneath the foiling. So the finished product is like that. So yeah. So when you go to print it, it will take you through that, and they've got templates as well.
It did take a combined effort to design that gift voucher.
And nearly a divorce, I think.
No, that sounds about normal.
So he designed it and I tweaked it.
A millimetre to the left, please.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, something slightly bigger, different fonts, different colours. But I think we got there in the end.
Shall I start again? Yes.
Yes, dear.
No, I think it's the quality of it is going to be what's going to make it work for you, or hopefully make it work for you.
We've had one person register so far.
We've only got them out since Friday.
Yeah. So we've had one person register, and that comes in via that registration form, and all the information is there. What we'll probably do is print out each one, although it goes into our studio software anyway, but I just want to keep it all together with my spreadsheet.
So yeah, so basically that form they fill out is a form created in Studio Ninja, which is our software that we use. And so basically when we book the client in, we'll already have their details. So if it's like Joe Smith books in, I type in Joe Smith into Studio Ninja, all their details will come up as a lead in Studio Ninja because they filled out the form. So that just streamlined the process a little bit.
And also the registration form, they have to put in the specific details before they can submit it. So they have to put in their name, their postcode, their telephone number, and their email. That's what's that word?
I was going to ask that. And do they have to fill in the question at the bottom?
No, they don't have to.
Right. Okay.
But they have to fill in those 4 criteria before it will let it submit, because otherwise we can't contact them.
But what we're also going to do as well, we're going to use that same registration form. So when we do like some Facebook lead generation, kind of like promotions, we're going to have it go to that form. So if they want to register to win like a framed canvas wrap, for example, competition, I will use that same form, but the code will be like canvas comp or something like that. So we know it comes in the competition.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, what was it? I was going to say something else as well.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Can't remember what I was going to say. It was something to do with
registration.
Yeah, it's something to do with registration. It's gone out of my head. Literally gone out of my head.
It's all right, Dibbs.
We'll come back to
Panic. Anybody else got any other questions before Judith goes to sleep?
Sorry, Judith.
No, I've been to work for a couple of hours today, you know.
Busy day.
Busy day.
Nobody else got any questions?
No, I think it's been very good. Thanks very much indeed.
Thank you.
You know how there's no more questions? Peter's not here.
True. True. Yeah. When he listens to this later, he'll hear you say that.
Hello.
That's of course if
hope
he hasn't got COVID. Yeah, he ain't got COVID. Well, if everybody's happy, then I just want to thank Carl and Dibbs very much for taking the time to explain it all to us and showing us everything. I'm going to push them and ask them to put the links up on the Facebook. So if you can put it underneath where the link for this workshop was, Carl and Dibbs, then it's all related.
So the templates for the business letter and the charity letter?
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah. Look what he's doing again. Every time you show us your pants.
I've got 2 screens going here. And Guy Mayer has just questioned me, and I've just, because he was supposed to be coming on this, and I've just wanted to see what he was doing, so I apologise for that.
Alan, was that meant for Guy then, was it?
No. No, it wasn't meant for Guy. It wasn't. I must remember not to do that. I do apologise on that.
Dibbs, if we can see your artwork on your voucher and all that as well in your folder.
Oh,
It just
we can
gives.
also put where we got the artwork from as well. So where did you search for the artwork?
I just Googled gift vouchers.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just Google images. Because I'm not a graphic designer, so although I did do that all in Photoshop myself, I actually based it on a design I found online, tweaked it for ourselves.
Just
So,
whatever works for you.
It just gives you a starting point, doesn't it? And then you can tweak and change as you need. But you've already got it there, so you've already got everything on. So it's just easy enough if we want to copy that.
Yeah.
We can then copy and tweak.
I did my Christmas gift vouchers last week and used artwork from Canva, and it was dead easy. They're in the printers now. They should be back tomorrow. But I was going to say yours is genius is the registration, because you know there's interest, and I think that's fantastic. I should have thought. I wish I'd thought of it or had this beforehand, but mine have all been printed.
I'll be honest, Izzy, we submitted all the artwork to printed, and then that night I was like, oh my goodness,
We had a brainwave.
I had a brainwave. I rang up printed and I said, can you stop printing? I need to resubmit.
Guy.
Yeah, good.
I'm in the middle of running.
Yeah, but I think they're cute. And for those that don't have smartphones, presumably just the website address is on there as well.
Yes.
Yeah, it started an hour ago.
Yeah, and our telephone number, so if they want to
Yeah.
call us to register, they can do that as well.
Yeah. Yeah, brilliant.
But Canva is really good. I love Canva.
Well, I've been paying for InDesign for 20 years, or not 20 years, 10 years or whatever it is. And I've just stopped paying for it because I can do it all on Canva in 2 seconds, you know.
You can have premium Canva as well.
Yeah.
You can get just what you need for like social media posts.
Yeah.
Any
I just put up a video cyber offer on my boudoir site on my group today, and because it's moving, I've had lots of engagement. So yeah, it took me about 10 minutes to put it together. So
anything that moves or is moving content on any social media always gets much more either engagement. Yeah.
It was Guy apologising. He said the link wasn't working for him, but I told him it was working for everybody else.
Even for Izzy, whoever she is.
Oh, hang on. There's somebody else wanting to come on now. Oh, no, this is Guy. So as he comes on, we're just...
We'll all say bye.
Clapping. I hope it's been quite straightforward.
Yeah.
That's great. Okay,
Bye,
well,
bye,
thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Hi, Guy. You can unmute yourself, Guy. It's fine.
Oh, I thought you were just finishing, going bye.
Yeah, we were just for you.
Thank you. I'll catch you on the replay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've recorded it, so by the time whatever I've got to do and put it up, it'll probably be about an hour, but before it'll be up.
Awesome. Thank you very much, guys.
Put it up for you, Guy. No problem.
Keep safe. Bye.
Yeah. Cheers, Guy.
Hey, guys.
Try and come longer next time, Guy.
That's what my wife keeps on telling me.
Yeah, okay. Right. That is time to go. Hang on a minute.
I better leave now. Bye.
Oh, really have gone.
Okay, guys.
Just time Jane's still on. Did your nutcracker turn up?
I had a nutcracker turn up. It was 12 inches high. It should have been 2 6-foot nutcrackers, and I had one 12-inch high. But I've been refunded through PayPal. Sorry, I'm not sending you a 6-foot nutcracker.
Oh well.
It's been a bit of an ongoing joke, Dibbs, that no, I'm not going to get into it. It started on the women's hour we had here one morning.
Women's hour.
Yes, and it started to turn. I had to leave the room. It started to get really quite raunchy.
Yes.
Nothing like Guy.
Well, no, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, Peter's coming. Quick, everyone. Right, it's lovely. Thanks so much. Bye, everyone.
Yeah, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Good joke, love it.
Have you got COVID then, Peter?
Sorry?
Have you got COVID then?
I don't know, I'm going to wait 48 hours. I don't think I have, but I had a lot of symptoms that John Hopkins was showing, and I didn't want to be the person to go out and mix with everybody thinking I was okay.
You
What's
sound wheezy. You sound...
Yeah.
What's your symptoms?
I had a headache, aching, messy hair. Yeah, a few things that I did the John Hopkins test, and it said you should get a test. Whereas the one here, I didn't have any of those symptoms, so I'm probably okay.
It's better to be safe.
Well, yes, for other people. Sorry?
Have you got a cough?
I've had a cough all the time, so it's really difficult to tell you. I was absolutely exhausted on Friday.
You sound very breathless, Peter. I'm glad you had a test. It sounds like you needed one.
I'm glad this is online, Peter.
Yeah, when I went for mine, I had a cough, but with me, I was going hot and cold and hot and cold and hot and cold.
Yeah.
And by day 4 or 5, I just couldn't be bothered.
Yeah.
Dude, if that's normal.
I know it is.
Well, we'll see. I'm glad there was somebody there to do it for me, because I couldn't have done that.
I had to do one the other day, and oh god, it's not nice.
No.
It's not nice. But I mean, but the test came back and I was negative. But then that was last Wednesday. I could have it now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you just don't know, do you?
You don't know. 5 days, and you can have it for 5 days before the symptoms start to come out.
Yeah.
Peter, before we go too far, to tell us whether you have got it or not, have you been to Sunderland recently?
No. What's specific about Sunderland?
Oh, it's just that it's easy to catch up there is what I've heard.
Oh, right. Well, I've noticed the cases, the North East is going down in cases.
Yeah, well, the cases have actually dropped by 50%.
Yeah.
In the North East. I mean, it's still in the thousands, but it has dropped.
Yeah.
And that's why they're all kicking up here, saying that we've got less now than what we had before lockdown in tier 3. But that's just to keep everybody out the pubs, that.
Yes.
Not going to do that up north, are they?
No.
No way. Absolutely no way.
Anyway, I trust all of you are okay.
No.
Yeah.
But we carry on.
Okay.
Hey, Peter, what Carl and Dibbs have done is fantastic.
Right.
I haven't recorded it, so you've missed it.
Okay.
You're all so mean to each other. So mean.
No, this is nice.
Yeah.
This is actually quite tame, isn't it?
So it's all there for you, Peter.
Thank you.
Carl and Dibbs are kindly going to put up links for the various different things that you'll need if you want to sort of copy it. And so I think, I don't know what they're doing about uploading copies of their letters and the vouchers. If they want to upload them, that's absolutely fine for people to download. Or what might be better might be for people to contact you direct, Carl and Dibbs, and you send them to people rather than them being on the site for all them to you. If people come to you, then you know who's sort of seriously interested or not.
Yeah, no problem at all. Have to share.
Yeah, no problem.
Brilliant. Well, I think that's been fantastic.
Really good.
Yeah.
Thanks very much indeed.
Hopefully we can all be busy.
Yeah, that's the main thing, isn't it? All back to work now, but I'll get another get-together before Christmas. We'll have a Christmas bash. I'm sure Peter will want to wear a hat.
We should do a Christmas drink. We can all have a glass of wine in our hands. That would be nice. wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we can't socialise and go out for anything, and you know, a lot of us work on our own or with just a few people. Why not?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, well, come up with some ideas. Are there any online funny games we can play?
I Spy.
No, funny ones.
Yeah.
I think it might divulge into like chaos with a drink in our hands as well.
It's bad enough without a drinking around, so it ain't going
And Karen's not
to
even
be
here yet.
perfectly honest.
I have really got a drink in my hand. What are you on about?
Yes.
We could have a silly hat competition.
What? Some people without hair have hair, and some people that have got hair, no hair, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that then, because Anne's already done that once. Oh, it's already started, look. Oh my God. We have a Mexican in the house. So if we do this, should we do it one evening?
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Jane, you have to outshine everyone, don't you?
Oh no,
It's out of the fairy box.
That's the end of a roll of paper.
Okay. Christmas bash, evening Christmas bash. I presume as you're also busy, it doesn't really matter what night, does it?
No.
No.
Right.
As long as it's a night.
Preferably not a Monday.
Oh, you're busy on a Monday, are you, Jane? What do you do on a Monday in Wales?
I've got the theatre group coming in until 8:30 on a Monday.
He's actually working.
You can't work. It's lockdown.
Not here,
Not in Wales, it's not.
Aren't they going back into it or something?
probably.
Wales,
I don't know. I've refused to listen to the news today.
Yeah, get the work.
in Wales.
I did hear somebody saying that all the pubs and restaurants were going to be shut from 6 o'clock from Friday. But
Yeah, they're not allowed alcohol.
Something like that.
I don't know if that was Ireland they were talking about.
No, I think it's Wales, but I haven't listened
Right.
because I think if I haven't heard that I've got to close, I can stay open.
It's getting to that, isn't it?
All right, Judith, we're joining you.
You coming to me, are you? Right.
Yeah, we're coming to you, darling, so that you know you can be seen and that sort of thing. All right, ladies and gents. Well, I'll end this before it goes off too much. Because people will wonder what on earth we're talking about. Gift vouchers here. Carl and Dibbs, tremendously for doing it.
Yeah, thank you.
Carl and Dibbs, thank you, even though I haven't seen it. Brilliant.
Really helpful.
Okay, bye-bye.
Stay safe, everyone.
Bye.
Cheers, bye all.
Bye.
Bye.